So, good evening, everyone. And this is another day, and I would say that continuation of week two. So, along with Varsha and Anila, we have Kamini and Bela also joined recently. So, what I would request that quickly Kamini and Bela and rest all can introduce each other. We will introduce ourselves and we'll jump into the continuation and we'll make sure that whatever you have kicking it or starting up, that is understandable for each one of us, and we'll see that how we are getting inside ahead. So yeah, Bela, welcome to the Guru Schools Be Agile Scrum session, and hope you have gone through the recording I have shared with you. So could you please introduce yourself in few seconds? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. Uh, this is Bela. I have non-IT. I work as a phlebotomist. So this is completely new for me, the IT background. So what else I can say? I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are well audible.
Yes, very much. Yes. It's okay. You can go ahead with any number of experience you have, or have you, heard about some terminologies, or just a simple plain question that why you felt like this track is interesting, or you want to go ahead with that. So we would know your thought process, please.
Sure. Yeah, actually, I'm in my field, I would say at least 12 years as a phlebotomist. I work for, I don't know, maybe you've heard or not, but I'm working for LabCorp.
I have heard, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So usually I manage, well, I'm the site lead for one of the, patient service centers. So I manage also, so I know, and that's why I was thinking about the Scrum Master and all that. I'm putting myself in that, and I'm comparing today. So, what I can say.
So how busy you are in your day? Yeah,
I
Bela.
was so busy. When you send me that, the videos and all that, I said, I'm going to watch. I watch it actually. I listen to it. I grab some few things also from that. And I said, I have to watch again because, after I came back home, we had to do some chores and everything. But still, I made it through.
That's really nice. We do understand the daily activities and chores take a lot of time. Or, everybody's tired up, but still you could take out time. Yes.
So
definitely.
yeah, so why I jump in this actually, I can't say jump, but I just want to learn something different because I all these years I worked for, I'm thinking, anyway, wherever you work, you're going to take the stress level, it's going to be there. The pressure is there. And actually my daughter in computer science, my both daughter in computer science.
That's really nice. Yes.
Yeah. So at this age, I think, I don't know, I just want to change the path, I would say. I don't know.
Come on. Age
That's
is,
nice.
and everybody says, yes, it's just a number. And then you do have the upcoming IT professional at your home. So I think you can definitely have the discussions or talks soon.
Right. So I just want to learn something, the technology, the terms probably. And my sister also, she's a SAS programmer. So she's pushing me to do something different. So I say, okay, I want to try if I can do it or not.
Wonderful, and really we appreciate that.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing, Bela, and we really appreciate that you are taking time out and great commitment. So yeah, so be ready for today's rolling up.
Sure.
Yes, and welcome to this Guru Schools family. You're most welcome, and feel free for sharing your thoughts, and
Sure.
and definitely you just wanted to share. It's an interactive session, so we would really
Yeah.
love if we have such ongoing discussion in the sessions also again.
Sure.
Yes.
Maybe I'm going to be lost a little bit, but I like to be here. I've been listening to video every day. Gaurav and
Okay.
Prerna, I like the way you teaching and like
So
yes.
may I request you
That's
one
great.
thing? Can you say this along with me or just after me, that I will be super engaged with you guys? Can you say that now?
Yeah, I will be super engaged with you guys.
Thank you so much, because what you
You
say,
had,
that happens, right?
yeah,
Because
that's
you
true.
set up
I
the
agree.
environment.
I
Cool.
agree.
That's
Yes.
true.
So you are not going to get lost because you said that you are going to super engage. You will be. So thank
No,
you so
I
much,
will.
Bela, for sharing. Awesome. So Kamini,
Thank you.
over to you once again. You have opportunity to quickly introduce each other. I mean, we are going into the circle. So Kamini, over to you.
Hello. Hi. Hi,
Hi.
everyone. Yes. So actually, Bella knows me very well. She is my kaki saas. So she knows
Oh,
me
wow.
very well.
Finally.
Yes.
Superb.
Yeah. And when I came here in the United States, I was in the arts field in the India. So she was pushed me to do the phlebotomist, and I have done that before. And again, for the business analysis, I don't know about anything about the business analysis. And she was one of she pushed me to do the business analysis too. And then I told her, you have to join also with me to do the business analysis. So yes.
That's
Uh,
really amazing. Actually motivating and encouraging each other.
Yes.
Each
Superb.
So
other.
right
Yes.
now, yes, we are both motivate each other.
Right.
wow.
Great.
Really great to know about it. So yeah, amazing. That's we call it as a true relationship or true friendship, because
Yes.
we where we motivate each other to do something next level. Awesome. So once again, welcome to you, Kamini, and
Thank
let's
you.
quickly learn from Anila now. So Anila, so could you please quickly introduce yourself as well?
Hi Bella, hi Kamini, hi Gaurav, hi Prerna, hi Varsha. My name is Anita. I've completed my MCA. As you all same as you all, I came from India in 2013, and from then I was not working. Not 2013, 2014. From then I was not working, and I have got a big gap in my career. So I want to restart my career. The main aim is to get a job. And that's how I chose, I used to see lots of videos about business analysts and about Agile. So that's how right now I'm here. So the main idea is to get a job.
Awesome, Anila. So amazing. More power to you. Yeah. So let's move and learn from Varsha.
Yeah,
Varsha.
sure.
Thank you,
Uh,
Anila. Yeah.
yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Varsha. I have total 11 years of work experience and with exposure to sales coordination, supply chain, customer operations, project management, and certain part of sales analysis. I'm looking for career change, and I think starting with this course will be a really good option or opportunity for me. So I'm here, and we all have almost same aim. So let's achieve our goal together.
Amazing. What a line. So great one, Varsha, once
Thank
again,
you.
welcome to you, Anila and Kamini and Bela. So more power, more energy to you all girls.
Yeah.
So Prerna ji, why
Oh
don't
yeah,
you
all
take?
girls.
Yeah.
Yes. I was gonna come to that, but thanks, Gauraji, coming to that. Yes. So what I could see all the girls, all the women looking forward into their future, thinking about the upcoming years or upcoming endeavors, where they want to really come out of with flying colors in their life, personal and professional. So first of all, I would just like to have a small round of claps, kudos for everybody that you have taken this effort. So I think, yes, please join
Sure.
me. I definitely, absolutely, feel so great that Kamini and Bela, both of you,
Family.
being family, supporting each other, and then Varsha and Anila, you have been so engaging and so dedicated for this couple of weeks that you have been sharing videos and working on the sessions and learning so well. So yes, I would like to thank everybody for giving us also to this opportunity to teach people like you who are already motivated, who really have, positive dreams and hopes, and they are, and definitely want to put in efforts for that. So yes, I think that's it from my side, and I would really request Gaurav to start the session, because that is why we are here for. And just a simple request, everybody is most welcome to ask their questions, be engaged, be interactive. It is a dialogue and not a monologue. We encourage everybody to talk and share their views, doubts, questions, any. So feel free, this is your forum. Yes, Gaurav, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, good evening once again, everyone, and welcome to this extension of the week 2, and where we will be learning lot many things. How we are going to learn, from whom we are going to learn. Prerna and me together, we are pouring 29 years of experience, rather more than 29 years of experience to you. And also, I am privileged one where I have trained more than 8,000 people and students, impacted their life to move to the next level. So
That's
alone
great.
in 1 year. So yeah, so you are going to learn from such trainers. So you are
Experience.
into a right direction, and you are going to really experience that how you are moving to the next level. And that's my our motto together. So, and yeah, so since you are dreaming about that you have to move to the next level, experience into IT, I truly welcome you all for that, and appreciate your commitment and your time and energy, and what you are going to experience in next few hours. That will be really a most valuable one that we promise, and things will be super duper easy. When I say that, we require your attention for that, because here you will find that this is not going to be a normal training, but here you will experience that how uncomfortable sometime you feel, and how you feel the moment of winning in your heart. And that is the most important thing for any student or any candidate, to hold the feeling which we call it as confidence. Once you are confident enough to move towards the next level, exactly then you are going to conquer your own fear, or your own obstacle, or your own challenge. And yes, when I have said that, we open every session with the code of honor. Why? What is code of honor? Why it is important? Because if we are one on a journey towards a goal, it protects our dream. But otherwise, what happens eventually, the spirit and the energy fades away, and it protects us, and it keeps us moving towards the next level. And here I'm going to share my screen with you, expanding the code of honor. Code of honor are nothing but certain rules and regulations which we need to follow, some protocol, because we are learning, we are teaching. This is a simple reminder. Every single time we show up live is more important than the recording, and that's why we request everyone to be on time, punctual, and highly committed. Why highly committed? Because we know our commitment, because we are giving, but we don't know your commitment towards receiving. And when you receive that and we give that, it completes the circuit altogether. Why you need to be showing up live all the time? Because and that too on time, and with the high level of commitment, because it is said that what how you do anything is how you do everything. This is the universal law. And when you operate from that, what you learn, that when you are getting placed towards the corporate, it becomes your habit. Okay, and habit makes the person. So we want you to be that person who are holding the authority once you are placed inside. So are you ready and and excited to see yourself getting placed in next coming months, or yeah, of course, days? Yeah, is it yes from everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so when I ask question, I would encourage everyone to answer. Why? Because it completes the cycle, it completes the circuit. Just now I have spoken. So once you answer, it pulls you back towards into the content, because we are not only sharing the content, we are making you engaged, and we are requesting you to do that. Why? We will come to know and explore in the next level of code of honor, where you don't have to just learn, you have to become a full stack student. When we are talking about full stack student and taking the ownership and commitment, you need to put yours as well. So how you are going to showcase that? By doing all the assignments we have been asking you to do your self research as well, what you have learned or what you are going to learn if you are already knowing the topic, and repeat whatever you have learned. Just don't keep it then and there. The third one is that taking full responsibility. When you are ready to take the responsibility of success, you need to take the responsibility of failure. Why? Because a few assignments you have not done, that is leading towards the failure. But when you have done something which we have asked you to do, like going and attending RRP session, I'm really glad that I see that Anila and Varsha, you are really attending continuously when the RRP session. What is RRP session? Is a reference ready resume preparation. Yeah, so there you learn that how you can optimize your LinkedIn profile, how you can connect with more people, and improve your LinkedIn showcase and connection with professionals. So that helps you to get known in the corporate, and you are getting ready for the next step towards getting placed. So if you have not attended anyone, start attending those sessions. And the fourth one is mindset. When we are on this journey towards learning, I request all of us to have the complete mindset of learning mindset, positive mindset, and have a complaint free mindset. And yeah, when you go complaint free, don't forget to load yourself with the gratitude mindset. And for that, you need to keep focusing on how you are going to start your day. So when you focus on how to start your day, you simply increase your receptivity towards the learning and contributing. So you can start your day by listening to the audio which I have shared, that is the strangest secret. So if it is not with you, you can ask me and I will be glad to share that with you. So here you will learn the reason behind continuous improvement, and you get lot of insight and positivity through this audio. Every single day I recommend people to just have it just like a medical pills in your life every single day, because I see its impact in my life and in my students' life. So yeah, so you too can experience and leverage this. This audio has a deeper impact in your life, that I'm going to promise. So yeah, and also follow the four quadrants, four in fact golden quadrants of learning, where I would request everyone to how do you start your learning. Before you learn anything, you need to start with the declaration, which we are going to do it in a few seconds. And once you have declared, then take a deep dive towards learning, and whatever you have learned, we generally request you to make a drawing out of that. And once you have drawn that, we generally request you to summarize. How you can summarize? You can teach the same thing to any kiddo, or what you can do that you can shoot a small video looking at yourself in the mirror or in the camera lens. And yeah, so you don't need to refer to the drawing. Once you have shown in the camera, okay, this the drawing was the drawn, then you can keep it aside and then summarize quickly in 1 minute or 2 minutes whatever you remember that you have learned. So are you ready for the declaration?
Yes.
Yeah. So how do we declare? At the count of 3, we clap. This clap is not a general clap. This is the anchoring, and this is a high five to yourself. And when you give a high five to yourself, you have to repeat this line along with me. What are these lines? So these lines are self-declaration. When you declare, you design the destination for yourself. So it's a D3 formula. So on the count of 3, you are going to give yourself high five by anchoring, and you are going to utter while you are giving the high five to yourself, I am a quick learner. So 1, 2, 3, go and clap. I am a quick learner.
I am
I'm a quick learner.
what others can learn and master,
What others
What
can
others
learn
can
and
learn and
master,
master,
I too can do that.
I too
I
can
too
do
can
that.
do that.
So once again, a high five, self high five, and say, because I am an awesome learner.
Because I'm an
Because
awesome
I'm an
learner.
awesome learner.
Brilliant, brilliant, and excellent. And this is the sixth one. So on this path of learning, you need to give something. So what you are going to give, you are going to give away the ego on the path of learning, because when you give it away, you are ready to dive into the next level. And it keeps you also spiritually grounded, and with the intent of having a charity. Once you get placed, if you have that intent, that gets ideated and implemented further, because when you give, you grow, and when you simply receive, you just may survive. So at least think of that how much what could be the yardstick that you are giving. So for that, you can decide whether 10% or 5% you want to give away in terms of money, or whatever the charity you want to do, wherever you believe in. So that's the request. So yeah, and yeah, you need to keep appreciating on this path, because what you appreciate appreciates you. So whatever you do, what others do for you, and even what doesn't happen to you, what you expect, because every single move is the preparation for the next level of move. So in this 6 minutes, we have wrapped up with our code of honor, and we are moving further towards the core learning. So are you ready for that?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me bring the PPT as well. Last time, from where we have left, we will take it from there. And the good news is that you are going to learn in a very simple manner, and that you are going to understand in a very easy way, because today we are going to learn about, Scrum ceremonies. So what is Scrum ceremony? I'll give you just a background, and then we'll request Prerna ji after that. Once I summarize, she can simply explain us about it. So yeah, so we started with the various role last time. So these roles were, Scrum team, and development team, and product owner. So let me know that you have fair idea about there are some roles into Scrum, and about Scrum. Yeah. So little bit of Scrum. Everyone knows over here. So please, you can speak up. So Bela, when you went through the recording, so did you come across this term Scrum?
Yes.
Okay, so you have fair idea what is Scrum?
Yeah, I got your idea. The Scrum, that's the framework of the.
Wow, amazing. Awesome. And Kamini, you are aligned as well?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. That's a great. And so after that, what exactly in last week we have done, we decoded some roles of Scrum Master, Scrum team, product owner, and stakeholder, how they work. Okay. And then we were starting about Scrum events. So yeah, let's understand about Scrum event, and even the next day of slide, we will be continued. So that is the extension of this as well. So Prerna ji, would you like to take this up?
Yes. So should we? I just wanted to check with all of you. Should we start with Scrum roles, or ceremonies, or are you good with that? Or I just have a little brief intro about the Scrum roles, please. Yeah, please reopen.
I think we. Hello.
Yeah, this is for everybody. Yeah. Please go ahead.
So I was wondering, I think we can start with Scrum ceremonies directly, since we have done that in the previous sessions.
Yes.
But
No,
I don't know
I
what
agree. I agree. Definitely. So how about this Bella and Kamini? And
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'm going to go through again that video, and if I have anything, I'll come up maybe.
oh, okay, fine.
I'm
fine.
also good, Prerna.
Thank you so much. Yes. So basically, I would just like to highlight few things. As we all are aware, what are the Scrum rules, that there are major, just a small brush up to know who handles what. So we have a very important participants or members of your Scrum team. Those are Scrum Master, Product Owner, and Development team. So they all have their own role, their own, I would say, activities to be performed. And then trust me, Scrum is so interesting that everybody has been assigned dedicated to their own I would say set of work. So there are, as it's shown on the screen, there are these particular activities like, or basically we call them as ceremonies, because those are particular events, and they hold their own ground, they have their own importance. So starting with a sprint planning, I know it sounds simpler, and it is very simple to understand. Sprint planning basically means we are planning for the upcoming sprint. Like for any other holiday planning, exams preparation planning. I had given earlier the example of how in college days, we used to get that exam timetable or schedule, we used to call it, and after that we used to backtrack that if the exam is after 21 days, or say maybe 15 days, and we used to plan, calculate, okay, if there's 6 subjects, then each 3 days one subject, and this is how we used to manage the things like that. So that way, on a similar fashion, we plan the entire sprint. So to go by the theory, what is the purpose of the plus sprint planning is basically to inculcate and to deliver what is the sprint backlog, and that to also deliver the complete sprint goal. So now when I say what is sprint backlog, what does that mean? Sprint backlog simply means if this is a first sprint, then definitely we start afresh, we start with new artifacts. That means new work items or new requirements given by the clients. But in the subsequent sprint, like from second sprint onwards, we also include what is the sprint backlog. That simply means whatever was pending in the earlier sprint, or whatever we could not continue in the earlier sprint, that we take up and we start working on that as well, according to the priority. Now here I would like to emphasize something, that every delivery works as per customer uh, what requirements and customer priority. When I say this, I am trying to share, or mention or highlight here, is that in earlier traditional methodologies, there used to be a set of activities which you used to perform no matter what. But in Agile and Scrum, it's highly volatile. When I say volatile, means it's highly engaging with the customer. We have daily interactions, and then if there is some priority change provided by the customer, then we go ahead with that. We don't come back to them and say, oh no, earlier you had mentioned that we have to do these five requirement first and then the next, but now we are asking for the number 6 now. But that's okay. Here customers are also an active part of this entire process, so we take up as per the customer requirements, and this is attended by all. So it's kind of like a mandatory event, that it's the start of the new sprint. Everybody should be and must involve. And yes, I would say this is a very interesting ceremony wherein we encourage everybody to talk, to share their ideas, and what are the learnings from earlier sprint, if they have any that would be useful, and what is the ultimate goal of this sprint. So sprint goal is a very interesting and nice terminology to remember in this aspect, that what are we planning to achieve, what is our ultimate goal of this sprint. Okay. So second, yes, we have to consider and clear up our backlog, which is generally highlighted or dictated by the product owner, because product owner is the owner also to maintain the product backlog, structure or data, that what all comes when, how we have to manage that, in which sprint we have to deliver. So he shares all the details, and definitely once our goal is set, then we can implement it in a number of ways, depending on the number of, like for example, if we're a team of 6 people, all 4 of you and 2 of us, assuming we are a scrum team, then if we have 12 tasks, they can be each assigned to us, each two, per person, or if there are easy ones, difficult ones on the basis of experience, those can be assigned. So all that things happen. And the sprint is generally of around 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the kind of cycle they any team follows. So it can be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 15 weeks. So basically a sprint means a time, a time of period wherever you are working on a particular set of requirements for that specific period, and everybody should be in line with it. Everybody should know what are we working on, what are our objective, and what is the sprint goal to be achieved. And we all, and the entire team should be right. I'm considering we as a scrum team, that we all should work in the same direction. So yes, if anybody has any doubts, please go ahead. I will, or otherwise I'll just request Gaurav to add a few words if you would like to. Yes, guys, please go ahead. Any doubts on this?
So no, I think that you have give a good background before getting started. Yeah, Prerna ji.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, everybody good? Then we can go to next slide.
Yes, we can move on.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So now this one is actually my favorite. Daily Scrum or stand-up meetings. The word stand-up meeting, it actually means what it says, stand up. This is one of the very interesting and very practical meetings to have, wherein everybody just stands. They are supposed to be standing for this meeting, and it's one of the quickest and most effective way of communication in professional atmosphere. I have been a part of Scrum for around 10 plus years now. When I started practicing agile though. So every day, every weekday, whenever you're working, this is a specific set of time, per se, maybe 10 a.m, 9 a.m, 11 a.m, depending on everybody's availability. You come in, especially at the start of the day, you come in, you just gather in a conference room, or near your desk, and everybody, your product owner is optional at times, but then your scrum master, your entire scrum team, everybody comes in, and we just talk about three things which are very interesting. That what did you work on, what are you planning to work on, and in case if you have any hindrances, any challenges, you're supposed to share that. So it's just a quick meeting wherein you share maximum in minimum words. So it's like, okay, I worked on creating this website page yesterday. I've completed that task, but then I did face some challenges. The design was not as per the customer, or I had some challenges in this technology, or I had some challenges in this, database issue. And then, so in that case, I even try to understand the motive of that. When you share what you worked on, or your seniors or your scrum master, product owner, your team knows what have you worked on. If anybody has dependency on that work, they get aligned. Okay, he has completed, now I'm good to go. Second, if you have any challenges, any hindrances, then the seniors or the team members are there to support you, and they are there to guide you, and then they know that you're stuck here or you are facing some challenges. And third, what are you going to work on gives a fair idea to the scrum master, product owner, that okay, this task is in pipeline, that will be achieved. And then everybody does that, and then it is a very short and sweet meeting. It should ideally be not exceeded more than 15 minutes. So that's why it's called stand up, because you can definitely understand standing for that long a time and talking, that's also tedious. So yes, it's supposed to be very short and sweet. And in case of current situation, like when people are not geographically at one place, they're working from home or remotely, or different cities, countries, and then we do have video conferencing. It's fun, but then in that too, everybody stands, and you are in your conference room, your video is on, the other team is in their offices or at home, and their video is on, and they're standing and they're talking. So yes, it is definitely an interesting and very useful Scrum event, I would say. So yes, you guys have any doubts in this? I know it's simple, but still, if you have any, please go ahead. Yes.
No.
Okay, so
Anybody?
I
It's
would
too
like to add
simple.
something.
Please,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So in fact, with the addition, I just want to reiterate, remember three things. Daily Scrum or daily stand-up comes with your three input. Those three input are what you have to say.
Past 8 hours.
Yes, past 8 hours, what you did. Next
What
8 hours,
you're going to do.
what you're going to do. And
Mhm.
if any blocker or if any major high priority problem you foresee that you want to take answer
Highlight.
or solution for that, so that you need to just utter, you need to just narrate, you don't need to sit over there
I
for the
understand.
solution to attract, because then scrum master will tell you and yell on others that hey, take it offline. Yeah, that's how you can remember. So yeah, back to you, Prerna. Prerna ji, back to you, you're there. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So yes, thank you so much, Gaurav, for adding this. As it's explained, it's pretty easy and simple event, but a very useful event. It should not be neglected because it is so simple. Now coming back to the next event that is called as a sprint review. So now the sprint review means what it says. It is basically a review of the sprint review. By saying review, I mean whatever the work we have done or we have completed during that particular sprint, that needs to be represented or presented, that needs to be shown to the stakeholders, to the clients, if if they are also most of the time part of this meeting. And then this event specifically demonstrates the functionality, the requirement we have delivered, how it looks, how it goes, how it works. So it's like it's like a presentation to the stakeholders, including product owner, and if you have any internal external stakeholder like your business teams, your management, or any vendors also, if a part of that, if they are interested, they're working along. So we all come up a particular date is set, the presentation goes on, and then we get the live feedback also, that how that is comprehensive, or how they would like to have more things in it. So basically it's like an upfront review wherein you showcase, you deliver, as in you present to the stakeholders, including your clients, what is the uh, current status of your development or your activities. And then as per that, in case if anything has left out or it has been deprioritized, that can be taken up in the upcoming uh, what I would say, next sprint. And then yes, every attendees are all the team members have mentioned. It's like your entire team, your stakeholders, customers, business people, everybody. And yes, this event is basically to give a fair idea of what we've worked on, what we've delivered, and where we stand today, and also to know the first hand feedback. So it's just like how the kids are being asked to present some scientific experiment, or some some maybe historical event, just so they know where they stand, what they have understood. That's on a lighter side, but in professional world and scrum world, it's basically means you are showcasing, you're displaying, or you're presenting the overall activities achieved or completed, and then the client and the stakeholders would give their feedback. So this is also one of the very important meetings. This is held after every event, after every sprint, and it's very what I would say, it's an integral part of the entire process. Yes, Gaurav, would you like to add
Yeah.
in this, please?
Yes, so I will take from here. Yeah, Prerna ji, thank you so much for sharing this till here.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, great insight you have poured in. so far. So yeah, so sprint review. So I can just add over here that understand the review word itself means team has done something. You are going to view again. So when you are going to view it on it again, along with you, along with team, who sits? The client sit. Okay, and sometime other stakeholders can also be there. And this what exactly you do, so you make sure that entire team is there along with the team who is going to present the piece of work you have completed. And scrum master is of course has to be there. Scrum master is making sure that all the facilitation, stationery has been taken care of, availability of room, and the connectivity and every single item he has made sure is there. And also he is making sure client and the presenter is also available, because these are the most important people over here. Those are the key people who are going to exchange their idea. Once the demonstration is complete or reviewing of this completed work is done, you are going to jot down the feedback received from the client. And this is not simple sprint review serious meeting. People are really requested to have some fun, giving them each other high five and all. Generally they do that if they are doing it in a means physical business meeting, okay, and sprint review. So it's a most positive and healthy environmental meeting inside the boardroom, so that you can take a note of it. And this is one of also the ceremony. We call it ceremony because we celebrate it, okay, and the celebration is the key, you must remember. So it's not like that you are going and you are just sitting with the down face, and these things you need to remember that you are contributing not only through your words but also through your body language, and you need to brighten the environment. So if you are representing and if you are there as a scrum master, you have to make sure the environment looks like whatever I have just now quoted over here. All right. So now with this, we are ready to move to the next slide. And till now we have covered two ceremonies, two important activities as a part of scrum, that is daily stand up, daily scrum, or sprint review. Okay, so are we good to go for the next? Yeah. Is it yes from everyone? Thank you.
Yes.
Let's understand other ceremony, and this is called as sprint retrospective. What is retro? Retro means the old one, and plus inspection. The old one we are going to inspect. So what is old one? Whatever we have done, okay, we are going to reflect upon that, rightly said by Varsha, where we understand what exactly went well, what exactly did not go well, and what the lessons we can learn out of it. Okay, so the purpose is to reflect and take the lessons learned and implement into the next sprint. Remember about it. That's why it is called as a retrospective. And attendees are scrum master, production team, product owner is optional over here. And the tips and tricks are mentioned over here, that use games and different questions to mix things up and reduce monotonous way of delivering it, and make sure any actionable suggestion is captured, assigned, and tracked. So there are various tools for every single ceremony, so you can use them. We will be learning and exploring some tools, but tools should not be the trap, should be the fun for you to use. Okay, we will be exploring that. With this note, since we have understood the retrospective, did we? Yes, retrospective is just reflection. So yeah, we are ready to, and when it happens, retrospective, when our demo or review part is done, okay, the small duration piece of work we have delivered, then we are ready for retrospective. Yeah, so it happens between the one piece is delivered and one piece of planning is between two sprints, rightly said. So yeah, now come to Scrum planning. What is Scrum planning? Scrum planning consists of three items. One is your input and another is output, but the bridge in between is sprint planning. Okay, so in sprint planning, we decide what we are going to do and how we are going to do. Okay, we are knowing that what we are going to achieve. Okay, and these become the part of your sprint backlog. Let me repeat that, what we understand by the backlog items. Backlog items is simply, you can take it as a to do. Okay, so you have a pile of to dos, so that is called as product backlog. Okay, all the pile of to dos, small piece of works. So in sprint planning, we are going to identify some high priority ones. Okay, we simply list them, not all the to dos, but few of chosen to dos. Are you with me so far? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So those chosen to do become the part of sprint backlog that we are going to deliver as a part of output. And we here decide the velocity and capacity of development team. Okay, that who has the capacity to work on how much for how many days. And here in the very first sprint planning, we are already aware that how long this sprint would be. So it varies from 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Sometimes for a very small project, and if there is a daily increment or daily builds are there. Do you understand what when I say build? Build means nothing, but you are releasing a piece of work every single day. Small item of piece you are releasing every single day. Okay, so let me draw something for you for making you to understand in a better way. Okay, so what exactly happens? Okay, so developers does something. So first of all, if things come to you, then it goes for development, right? It goes to development. That is one. Then what exactly happens at the next level? Once development is done, so it goes for test. Okay, the first test. So things are developed in a piece by piece manner. Okay, then again what happens? Every single piece come to test. So one testing is done. Do you think that one round of testing will be enough? No, because we tend to miss something. So what exactly happens when developer develops some item? So developer does one round of testing at its own home. When I say that one's own home, it means that one round of testing he does before giving to the other party. Okay, and this, when he himself does it, it is called as unit testing. Okay, when tester does it, it's a simple testing, and since the components are being delivered to tester, okay, it is called as component testing, because one small pieces are given, right?
Yeah.
Component testing. And let me rewrite a third one over here. So what exactly happens? Let me delete this one. Yeah. So what exactly happens in third step? Now component testing has been come, and again, in the next phase, two, three components are integrated, okay, together. So it is called as integration testing. Okay, when it is integrated, 2, 3 components. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
So here another round of testing is happening. Okay, so what exactly happens? So there are environment which changes. Okay, so it becomes dev environment where the testing has been first taken, or say local your developer first test it, then it goes to dev environment, so where all the developed items are kept. Okay, look, he does unit testing on its local, any developer, and it graduates the all worked item onto development environment. So what do we mean by environment? Environment is nothing but the simple set of URL where things can be opened and looked at. Okay, are you getting it, whatever I said? Is environment, understand that it's a simple set of URL where things or working software, okay, can be opened up and can be operated upon. Okay, simple thing. So we will get into the deeper level about the environment, but for now you can understand in this way. Component testing can be done in the testing environment. Okay, so knowing the environment is very, very important. You will understand what exactly it means. So inside dev environment, it is made sure only developer can access those URL. Okay, test environment, inside test environment, tester and others can, who are intending to test, can access the application or URL. Then it comes to integration testing. Since it is still in integration testing, this is the part of testing environment, because when two small component has been delivered together, that can be part of integration testing, and that could be the part of testing environment. Okay, so once things are integrated completely together, then a system can be tested as a whole. Yeah, you're getting me? Yeah.
Yes.
So when a thing, two components are integrated together, or more than two components are integrated together, they can be tested as a whole, and this is called as system testing. Okay, and that also can be the part of testing environment. Okay, testing environment. Now, who all can do that? So sometime if I am product owner and interacting continuously with the client, I may ask my testing team to recheck on few items if I feel so it has to be checked. Although there are a certain process to be followed by the testing team to do that activity, but yeah, based on the feedback received from customer, I can simply ask my team that, hey, go back and check these part in your testing environment currently for system testing. That is one. Second, even developer can come back to recheck if things are failing over here, really if they are failing or not. And then when he understands this is how it is failing, he can try to go back and reproduce the same thing in his environment, which is dev environment. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Going easy? Yeah, Bela and Kamini as well?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, thank you. So
Yes,
now
yes.
understand to the next level. When things are passed for the system testing, now it comes for SIT. What is SIT? It's a system integrated testing as well. Okay, system integrated testing. So yeah, so give me a moment. Someone is at the door. I'll be back. Yeah, give me a moment. Yeah.
I would just like to take this opportunity and talk to you guys, especially the newcomers. So yes, how are you finding today's session? I know there are many different and new words, and we keep asking all our students that how are you finding it? Are you finding it comfortable, or you want us to slow down, or the pace is fine? How about it? Please feel free. Especially to Bela and Kamini, because Anila and Varsha, they have been with us for a longer time, and I think our tuning is quite, awesome. That we definitely get to see from your feedback videos. Yes. So you're comfortable, Bela and Kamini? You're able to understand what we're discussing?
Yeah, I'm getting some point.
Okay.
Yeah, and because we are sharing this for first time, this is easy to grasp. Okay, even because it is first time, what is going to happen that once you catch up once again, you are really ready to ready to remember. So that's the thing. And the task which I am going to give you, that is about you started with the declaration. You said that it is going to be really, I'm going to be awesome learner and I will be learning anything faster. Because you said so, you are going to learn it, and then the assignment is going to come to you. You are going to draw whatever you have learned, and then you have to summarize it in a small video, 1 to 2 minutes of video, that whatever you have learned, that you are going to do day after tomorrow, not today or tomorrow. Okay, with me so far? Yeah, cool. So since we have come back and you are listening back to me, so yeah, are you learning, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, are you learning a lot?
Yes.
Okay, so if you are learning a lot, you can switch on your camera, give each other camera high five, stating that I'm learning faster. Yeah, can you do that? Yeah, everyone. I'm learning faster. I'm learning faster. I'm learning
fast. I'm learning
faster.
fast.
I'm
Yeah,
learning
thank
none
you. And you
fast.
can
Yes.
smile
I
too
am
when you are
learning
doing so.
faster.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, let's move back to system integration testing we were talking about. Yeah. So what exactly happens as a whole? Not only your test team may have the access over here in this environment, but sometimes client too, because this is made for customer to test now. So since it is done, so what exactly happens in the next level? It is called as UAT. What is UAT after SIT?
User acceptance.
Exactly. So next level is called as user acceptance testing, where
That's the only thing I knew.
so
That
use
that's fine too. That's fine too that you know
Because
that.
we
Great.
have done that.
Yes,
yeah.
that's really nice. No worries. Great.
So
Yeah, Gaurav, go ahead.
user acceptance testing, and who all test the items over here? The workable
Actual
software.
users too.
Yeah. So biz users, okay, customers, goes, and this is called an UAT environment. And once it passes over there, it is opened for the customer. It is opened for the customer, and then it is going to call as live environment as well. So when you go to amazon.com, or means any other website.com, your company website.com, so what exactly happens? So those are live environment. But before that, at the previous level, this is only accessible to few of your customer. Okay, those business user testers who are testing it at the client site. Okay, and before that, the SIT is accessible to whom? Some testers. Okay, it will not open. So what exactly happens? A few URL accidentally you happen to see, and when you click that, you find that it really is not opening or giving some error, 404 error. So why? Because you are not entitled to open that one. Okay, until unless it becomes www.amazon.com or amazon.co.in or .fr or whatever. Okay, so these are the various environments. Any live, let me write it like this: www.name.com. Okay, so this, before coming over here, www.name.com live, it has to undergo various testing phases. Okay, why we have spoken for it? So are you okay with that? Whatever I have shared, we have shared that about development does his testing at local and puts the things at dev environment. Okay, because tester also needs to test, and if things pass into development environment by developers, so tester can come back and they can do their testing, first round of testing. When things are getting integrated, they can test the things as a whole into the system testing as well. So those phases are called a various type of testing. Okay, it moves further for sometime client and sometime for larger user in-house, inside the office, inside your department, for a larger audience to perform some extensive testing, I would say. Okay, then it moves to UAT, user acceptance testing, where some business user from client and you also go sometime on site. This happens on site means at client location, this testing. And then it moves to live environment. Okay, so you have understood this various environment, various phases, and we were talking about scrum planning. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to reshare the screen, and I'm going really in easy way so that you can digest and you have understood over here what exactly happens in sprint planning. Yeah, so we have talked much more about sprint planning in detail at the next level, but here you need to understand about scrum sprint. So I have shared here, you see the blocks, small blocks, the 9 blocks.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone can see that on the screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so these are the to-dos. So these has been taken during the requirement gathering. Then what exactly happened? We put these logs, these blocks, the selected items inside sprint planning. Okay. And once it is planned, the execution start. You see here, it is written implementation. That is execution start, work in progress. Okay. Once it is ready, so it may take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks to get ready. So while it is getting ready, piece by piece by piece, we make sure that every single day we do daily stand up over here. Okay. So
Yeah.
while this is getting daily stand up being discussed, we see that every single item we are demoing to the client, we are doing review. Okay. So what happens, the retrospective is lined up. Okay. But we make sure while retrospective is lined up in every sprint, we are making sure if things are done, things are completed, we are moving to the completed product and giving it to the client location. Okay. And that's when the things will be marked as check, 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 which is called as done, 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 done. Are you with me so far? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you understood that this is the to-do list. This is the completed to-do list. This is the shortlisted to-do for small duration, which we call it as a sprint. Sprint is nothing but a duration. Understand? Okay. So here it has written well. What is sprint in Scrum? So time box iteration of a development cycle. So what you have seen over here in this picture, this represents the various cycle, and not only one cycle entire team has to undergo, the various cycle, because we are working on a project, not only a piece of task. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as a short, what it says that broken project into small and consistent time interval. I have just now shared that sprint is nothing but a time interval, time duration. And the third bullet point, it says that as short as few days, okay, and as long as 4 weeks. Remember, your sprint or the duration of small activity cannot exceed more than 4 weeks. Okay. So maximum limit for a sprint is how much? Bella?
4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
I'm so
Great.
sorry.
Maximum limit. That's okay. Everyone can
Maximum.
participate. Yeah. So here you see the entire project has been divided in the 4 sprint. Say, for example, this is 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, or say, for example, this is 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. We are delivering over here. 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 And that's why it is called as continuous delivery. Okay. Good so far over here.
Yes.
Any question till now?
No.
No? Okay. So if no question, what I think I need to reshare my screen, and I am resharing my screen and will be moving to the next part. Let me come back over here and yeah. So yeah, we have discussed the role and we were here, and now we will move to yeah. So this is something sprint planning typically involves the entire team. Okay. So we are getting into the detail level of sprint planning now. So I need your, focused attention. So I think you are with your water bottle and all. And if you want to sip some water, you can definitely. And yeah, give me some yeses if you are with me, then we can move further. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So when we are talking about sprint planning, the sprint planning that next to do's. So it involves entire team, and Scrum Master makes sure that he has coached everyone that what at the end of sprint planning the output will be. Okay. That the list of certain items which we are going to master. Okay. So that whatever we have chosen and prioritized, that will undergo into the sprint backlog, and then initially everything will look on a board as a to do. Yeah.
So as a to-do, it's product back.
Yeah, as a to do, you can say that all are in product backlog. Okay. In the sprint. And the product owner, as Prerna ji, when she was explaining about the role yesterday and while ago, so she also explained about he or she really owns the product. Okay, and he identifies the candidate product backlog item and their relative priorities, as well as proposes a sprint goal. What does it mean? Means at the end of the sprint, what we are going to achieve, actually the end result is clear to each and every single member, okay, who are participating in the planning. And the team members determine how many of the product backlog items they can focus to achieve, and determine how they will deliver those product backlog item. Okay, so everyone give them, there are various way, okay, in sprint planning there are various way to plan, and we commit every single member. So in team, what happens, business analysts are there, they will be asked that you need to gather and shortlist all the requirement and present for the entire public, I mean to say entire team. So how long it will take, say for example, it's a vast healthcare domain. Okay, in healthcare domain, a small piece is the appointment schedule, okay, with the doctor. That's number one. Second, primary level of diagnosis, where some FAQ will be answered. This is a small piece where the direct client will be interacting with the live chat bot, or he will be given some phone line
Online
where,
form.
yeah, where he can call and inquire something, and then further can the appointment be booked. Okay, I understand that few of you are coming from healthcare domain, you can simply relate with it. Okay, so what exactly happens, so for certain piece of items, say for example, we have to make sure that we are going to develop appointment scheduling system, where a customer goes to a website and he just click on book an appointment. Okay, select a doctor and select a time slot, available time slot, and click on the book. Only these three pieces needs to be developed. So BA will say that I will, business analyst will say, I will write the entire detail that how it has to flow. So it will take, say for example, 16 hours. A developer will say it will take 24 hours for me to develop, and tester will say that it will take 8 hours for me to test, or 16 hours for me to test. Okay, so we have got everyone's answer.
Estimation.
Yeah, answer, and we can plan accordingly that how we can fit in the things. But what exactly happens when there are multiple members, BA1, BA2, developer 1, developer 2, tester 1, tester 2. Okay, when the question comes in, everyone is immune to give their own estimate, and then we make some average out of it. We can use a different way to freeze the actual estimation. So it is never right to say that actual estimation, because either we can say
Yeah,
that actual or we can say
estimation.
estimation.
True.
Okay, so yeah, so this is the understanding about how and what exactly happens, who all are involved in the sprint planning. Sprint planning happens inside a boardroom, inside a closed room, or if people are geographically distributed, they meet online in the various, using various tools. So I think last time Prerna ji has explained well about this scrum who all are involved, what is the role of product owner, development team, and scrum master. So yeah, so I have just now covered where exactly it happens. Sprint planning, it says that in a room, or if they are distributed in a different location, they meet via Zoom, Teams, or Google Meet, or various go to meeting, or there are various software. Okay, we are connected over here through Zoom, so they do online if they are geographically distributed. So when does sprint planning take place? Just before. It occurs on the first day of the new sprint. The sprint is to be opened, and just before that it has to be planned. So sometime it happens, starts with sprint 0. Okay, then sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, and it is not necessary that you are going to achieve some something solid in sprint 0. Sprint 0 are considered generally as a part of planning only. Okay, so when the first sprint is there, then it is going to happen for first time. But every single sprint after first sprint has been delivered, it happens after the retrospective. Okay. Once people have reflected, and they can reuse the lessons learned for the next sprint planning. Okay. And you may find it's best to have a standing consistent time for sprint planning. So generally you need to understand on the time involvement that for a bigger sprint you can maximum spend 8 hours for planning one sprint. Okay. So when we have talked about it, so there are some checklists everyone must follow. Okay. Scrum master's duty is very, very important, that he makes sure that video conference is ready, room is ready, screen share option is available. Otherwise sometimes we end up finding the things, we are fixing the things then and there. Okay. So scrum master believes in removing all the impediments. He have to make sure that these things has been taken care, and then he schedule the meeting space, prepare and publish agenda, involves everyone to accept that, check calendars for everyone, every single room. The rooms are not booked prior. Resources are available, even working resources, and manpower is available, person power is available. Holidays are not lying on that when he is planning, and there no employee has taken off on that day. And in case they have taken it's a regular periodic time off, then he can accommodate that how others can catch it up. So for that, what happens, they make sure that it has been recorded as well sometime. So yeah. So product owner, he has also got his own
Gaurav, I would
checklist.
just like to add here.
Yeah, please go
I
ahead,
know. I
Prerna
just
ji.
wanted to
Yeah.
emphasize that if you can, listen carefully, Gaurav has given so many specifications. As in, starting from checking the calendars, checking the availability, geographically connectedness, everything. So try to understand a Scrum is highly focused. That is why, there might be some people who say, what's a big deal about arranging a meeting? But no, every task is assigned to someone. And herein, the Scrum Master owns this process or this event, and he has to manage that end to end. That is why all the lines, all the details that we have mentioned in this PPT or whatever we're discussing, they're very important, because in future, when you will be actually part of of a project in an organization, you would see these things happening practically. So I know when we are talking, we're sharing, it might sound redundant. Oh, what's a big deal about it? You might have that thought up back of your mind. Rather, you should,
Yeah, I
because when I
used to
was
think.
told, yeah,
We used to
that's
work with Scrum Masters, and I used to
yes.
think that what's big deal in
Mhm.
arranging these things, but it doesn't
Yes.
seem to be that easy.
Yes. No, I definitely get that, because I have been there and I used to see, what's the deal about it, that he's just arranging a meeting. But no, he is the owner and he is
Carrying it
managing
now.
all end to end, and it is his sole responsibility to carry out, because others are also given a different set of responsibilities over. Okay. So please think from that point of view, and it is really, I know theoretically it might not sound that interesting, but it is very engaging and fulfilling to work in such an environment where everybody is so up to the mark. They know what they're doing and where they're heading. And thank you so much, Gaurav, for such on point and in detail as well explanation that I don't know, whenever we listen to these sessions, or when we have these sessions, my own or our own some old memories crop up, and we have that again living moment of that earlier times, or even the
Yeah.
current scenario, how we can do things better. So yes,
Yes.
Gaurav, thank you so much. Over to you. I just wanted to add this as a personal experience from my side.
Yeah, thank you so much. And it really means a lot and really value add from your end too. So thank you so much, Prerna ji, for sharing this. So yeah, so we have to make sure for product owner as well that he has got his own checklist where he ensures that all the backlog item candidate, when we say candidate, see, every single big project is is sliced into the small goals or small to-dos. So when we are talking about to-dos, it means that some activities we name it generally. So we name it as a user story, we name it as a test cases, we name it as a some requirement, or we will come to know that what exactly we name them. But understand, every bigger goal when fractioned in the small to do's or plans, it is only called as ticket. Okay, and we are referring to that as candidate. Okay, so ensure every backlog item candidates are ready according to the team's definition or ready. So we will be learning about definition of done and definition of readiness as well in coming days. If a definition of ready exists for the team, they will go on. Make sure the skills and capabilities of team members are known and generally aligned with the needs of the backlog item candidate for the sprint. So say for example, a bigger goal has been identified that we are going to collect and detail out some requirement, then one ticket will be available for that. We are naming it as a candidate. Okay, one liner definition will be there. If it requires attention of an architect, okay, what is going to happen? uh, Product owner will make sure in the team architect has been involved, and an architect is available to do her or his design work. It could be bringing 3-4 different layers together which interacts with each other on technology front, and its design has been well identified, blueprint has been well decided and has been reflected. And if anyone want to know, in fact sometime at a client end, they will also be knowing that what all has been involved. Why they need to know? Because they are giving some funds that if we need to access some database, right? So we need to build that we need to make sure we are having some license of those database on which people will be testing as well. Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
So he is making sure capability, resources, everything is there. So is it yes from everyone? Bela, Kamini, Varsha, and
Yes.
Anila.
Yes, from myself, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Glad that I have yeses from each one of you. Then understand what is development team checklist. Update the team's definition of done. I have just now touched definition of done. We will be exploring about it, what exactly it is, what the checklist it follows, and as needed, and make sure it is easy to reference during the meeting. So we'll be listening at it in the detail. We will be exploring that, in fact. So if I need to convert everything what I have shared in pictorial form, then you need to understand this scrum planning process. Input is product backlog item. I just now spoke about the small backlogs were there, blocks were there, right? The 9 blocks were there in the output. We were seeing that we
Or
were
the check mark.
achieving. Yeah. So those check mark blocks, you rightly said that in planning we discussed that how we are going to achieve and what we are going to achieve. Okay, and what is current product status? It is in to do. So when we are talking about product state, so it can be red means at risk, amber it means in progress but few defects or few risks,
State
and
of the project.
yeah, and when we see it in the green mark, it means it is well and ready to be shipped. Okay, so yeah, I think we are good to grasp till now. Prerna ji, you want to add something before we move further? Okay, so I'll move. So I think it
Sorry,
is
no. I couldn't unmute. Yeah.
okay, no problem.
Gaurav, I feel for today, I think we can, if you're okay, we can stop here.
Okay, let me see how many slides are pending. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So there are many
Or
more to
some
come.
generic discussion where, because I don't want to have, they have too many things in plate, or if it's something is very easy or ongoing with
Let,
current, we can go
yeah,
ahead with
let
few
me see.
slides.
Yeah. So I think I have talked about, yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes, we have. Yes, that's what.
so, so we will cover this planning structure in detail next
Sure,
time,
sure.
but let's understand, okay, this I am going to cover next time. We are going to cover next time. And what else? Yeah. So this is, I think we can cover next time, Prenaji, not now. But yeah, understand that one thing I want to explain over here, and uh, this will be great for everyone out here. So this is nothing but everyone can pay attention. What we are going to do is that which we have and we intended to cover was this. Okay, I'm not sure if we have covered it so far. So what happens, there is a software, okay, and this software has to undergo various phases. Okay, so if some software is there, so what it will do, we will discuss this with the client. Okay, what we do, we analyze those requirements. Okay, so it is called, this first layer and first ladder will be called as requirement analysis, okay, or requirement gathering. Okay, where important team members like product owner or project manager or business analyst from client end, client is there, sponsors are there, everyone is there and they are talking. Okay, after requirement analysis is done, requirement gathering is done, it comes to documentation. Yeah, so we make sure that it has been documented. Once things are documented, what exactly happens next step? So was
Design coding.
okay, so requirement analysis, documentation, and then we simply design it. So sometimes design and coding can go parallel, but we generally and we can also take as a next step that we have created a prototype, okay, and then we are coding for that. Okay, coding is done. So kindly excuse the good handwriting. Okay, so yeah, so I'm not good really at the drawing, so that's why not a very classy drawing you will see over here. So after coding, what exactly happens, uh, it has to be tested. So everyone is following what I'm doing? Yeah, Bela, Kamini, Varsha,
Yes.
and Anila. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. So after testing is done, then what exactly
Release.
happens? Yeah, so testing is done, then after that release is done. So what we do, we provide after that support as well.
Support.
Yeah, once it is done, and when support is provided, we also call it as support and maintenance. Okay, so what used to happen earlier, before agile was introduced, okay, it used to be a very cumbersome activity, and sometimes it used to take ages. Okay, and you understand the kind of fall it is getting. So it used to call as waterfall model. Okay, but this is also part of software development life cycle. Every software development has to undergo this life cycle, where requirement will be analyzed and gathered, then it has to be documented, it has to be designed, it has to be coded, it has to be tested, and then it has to be released, and support and maintenance will be there. Okay, so this is called as waterfall model, used to be called as waterfall model, and this cycle is to be is known as what um,
SDLC, software
yes,
development.
software development life cycle, right? So when why I have talked about it, because we are learning agile from here, many things has been sliced up. Like now we don't need detailed documentation, although documentation will be there. What? Although documentation will be there, but we are making sure not at the detail level we are going, but we are converting the entire document into tickets, and we are expanding them and we are explaining them in the ticket itself. Are you with me so far? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we will be learning that how we can convert those things into tickets, that we need to understand. Okay, all right. So yeah, that part I wanted to cover. So yeah, so thanks for understanding these all, and we are good. Whatever we have shared. Any questions so far? And Prerna ji, if you want to add something, kindly add.
No, I feel we have given them enough material to churn and digest for today.
Yep.
And no, they should. But as always, my simple request is please go back to this recording once you have time. Because while in discussion and the live session, we tend to miss some things because we have a thought process going on. You're already listening, talking, and many things doing at once. But when you sit quietly or while doing some chores, you listen to this recording, there are many things that unfold on its own to get a better understanding. That is my personal experience. So I'll encourage you to watch these videos in your spare time or take out some time and focus on them. So you would understand whatever we have discussed in a lot more detail and with a lot more understanding as well. Yes, that's it from my side, Gaurav.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prerna ji. So, Bela, I would like to speak up. Being it a day one for you, okay? How did you find it today? Was very easy, super easy to digest, whatever, or how it is? I want to hear from you.
It's not easy to digest, but yeah, some I understand the,
Okay, so let me ask in a different way. Did you struggle to understand anything?
yeah, some point I did struggle. And I think
Yeah, that happens.
I missed some wording also, because this thing is a thunderstorm going on. So I
Okay.
heard and some.
Oh, it's here today. We had it yesterday.
Yeah, it's so bad thunderstorm here. Yeah, so but I'm getting just planning and I'm going to listen again and I'm going to focus more probably.
Yes, yes. And trust me, because everyone is going to follow day after tomorrow. Whatever they have learned today, they are going to draw that. Remember, this what I have shared, just not for sharing, that you have to follow then golden quadrants of learning. So when you literally do that, you declare before you learning. Okay, just like that. I'm learning things faster. Okay, it's not simple declaration. When you declare, you design the destination. That's the universal law I keep on sharing, because it comes from mindset stream, and that's why. And even agile is a part of that soft skill as well. So you need to understand that. Number one. Number two, that learn whatever you wanted to, and then at the third step, draw whatever you have learned. Okay, give it a good design. And the fourth one is very exciting, when you summarize it in a minute or two or three.
Summarize, yes.
Yeah. And that time, the kind of confidence you will have, you will be ready to rock to the next level. And that's what we expect from each one of you. Okay. So this is how it has been simplified, or rather everything has been simplified. So call. So great. Thank you so much, Bela, for sharing the honest feedback for you, that how you are feeling right now. And I'm really glad that this, even at the count of on the scale of 1 to 10, even if you're feeling at 7 or 6, that is really great as per day one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Gaurav and Prerna, both of you.
Thank you so much. Bela, call out someone's name, what you see over the screen. Can you see someone's name on the screen? Call out someone's name.
Yes, Varsha.
Varsha. So Varsha, what would you like to say for today? What comes in your mind?
Today's session was really, really knowledgeable from the IT point of view. Today, I'm feeling more like I'm learning IT. So I learned the terms like candidate tickets. I mean, I've heard those most of the time, but what exactly they mean in IT terminology, I learned it for the first time. So this was knowledgeable.
Amazing. Call out
session.
someone's name, Varsha.
Kamini.
Kamini.
Yes, so day by day I'm learning so many new words in the business analysis, agile and scrum. And today also my confidence get, like, I would say not 3 or 4, but one person more get up to get ready to learn more things to in tomorrow.
Awesome, awesome, Kamini. So yeah, so more power to you, and you are going to see that how easily you are going to grasp everything. So every single day you can continue uttering day by day. I'm getting everything done and understood. Okay, call out someone's name. Kamini ji.
Anila.
Anila, over to you.
Today's session was really informative. Like as we were able to more deeply know about what the product owner, the Scrum Master, what they do. I mean, what do they do daily, and all the Scrum Scrum ceremonies. So everything. I mean, it was totally informative.
Okay. Great to know that, Anila. Thank you so much. Call out someone else's name on the screen if you can see.
Prerna.
Yeah, Prerna ji, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anila. First of all, again, a warm welcome to the new joiners, and very happy to see, the momentum and the enthusiasm that everybody wants to learn. Thank you so much for ongoing support and, coordination and engagement from Varsha and Neela. They have been super active. I'm pretty sure very soon, Bela and Kamini would also be this much enthusiastic, and and they'll also participate in the small activities, or in the words of Gaurav, he says home play, not homework, so that things. So yes, again, thank you so much for being this having this such amazing interactive sessions. And my simple word is thank you for the session. And yes, do watch the videos, that because it will definitely help you. It's my personal experience. So yes, that's it from my side. Over to you, Gaurav.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prerna ji. And really, totally, I echo you, whatever you have said. And also, one message is that, see, the things are getting simplified for you. Okay. And still, after, despite it is getting simplified, you feel like coming back to us again, asking for extra session. Please request that. We will be happy for doing, for you to do that. So, yeah. So, on this note, I will say again rather two words for you: stay connected. How you are going to stay connected? Monday and Tuesday, you are here to learn. Okay. Wednesday, you have to do day one assignment. That is, a relearning by watching the video again and summarizing, shooting 1 minute or summarizing in a 1 minute or two videos, 2 minutes of video, sending back to us. Okay. So that we know that you are learning what we are delivering to you. Okay. And then going on Thursday, you are doing RRRP session. Okay. And on Friday, again, you have for day two to summarize and send us back. Saturday, Sunday, you can go back and swim into the various videos which you feel like, or you want to have just fun with watching with pauses and play. You can do that. So that's how we are connected every single day throughout the week. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much for participating and being awesome. So be a good, and good night to you. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Gaurav and
Welcome.
Prerna.
Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you, good day.
Bye,
And
everyone.
I hope no one has anything to share, because I heard someone was trying to tell something. So yeah, you can stay back if you want to say something. Officially, we have ended it. Okay, I would say take it as no. So yeah, thank you once again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Prerna ji, I will talk to you.
Okay.